Hey everyone, this is a shout out to my preferred customers who are currently or interested in using Lashboost. I have been speaking with a few of you lately and noticed that there was a little bit of a trend on people who have tried it or are trying it, and perhaps you're like me and you didn't read the instructions when you first got it, and or you thought you understood how to do it, but you were incorrect. So one of the things that's kind of common is that if you use it wrong, you can start to get some irritation. So I wanted to do this real quick. It's just a tutorial, and it's going to be a quick talk through the points that we like to keep people aware of as far as using Lashboost, and some of the things to do and some of the things not to do. And there are videos on YouTube already, but I figured, why would I send you to somebody else's face when you can hear directly from me? So, in case you didn't know, this tube is a little bit used because I use it every day. This is your Rodanandfields Lashboost. Comes in a little tube like this, and then inside of it is the actual tube itself. Kind of looks like a mascara. And actually, fun fact, we have outsold the #1 mascara with our Lashboost, and we're not even a mascara, so that's how well this thing sells. But anyway, when you start to use this for the very first time, if your eyes aren't used to it, or maybe you're a little bit sensitive, it is normal to have a little bit of mild irritation. So sometimes you might see a little redness, or you might feel a little itchy, or you might see a little bit of both. But if that's happening past the first week of using it every day, then you're probably putting it on wrong. And what we've noticed is that people who are using it and getting irritation, it's not necessarily the products that are inside of the tube. It's just mostly about how you're putting it on. So, like I said before, I was the same as a lot of my customers and did not read the instructions when I first started using it, so I also experienced some of the irritation. But since I have corrected myself, I am no longer experiencing that, and I have been on it, I think almost 2 years now, and it has been quite successful. People have already asked me about my eyelashes before, but now they definitely ask me about them. So, the first step to using our Lashboost is to have clean, dry eyes. So I have no mascara on or any other eye makeup right now. I did wash my face earlier today and then put on my Radiant Defense because this is a tutorial. I don't want to look like a scary monster, but they're clean and dry. So that's the very first thing. If you want it to be as effective as possible, they do need to be clean, they do need to be dry. The other really important thing is that less is more. And this is good for 2 reasons. The first one is that if you're using less, it lasts longer. So although it is a 60-day supply technically, myself and many other people can get it to last much longer. So that's a plus. It's a money-saving tip, and it also helps you with any irritation. So when you have this tube, the first thing you're going to want to do, and I'm going to show you here, is take it out. It's like a mascara, and you can kind of see here the wand, right? It's like a little bit harder to see. It's a little dark. It's a little dirty just because my face is not always clean when I put it on. That's some of the things that I fall short in that area. But you have the wand here, and what you want to do is you want to wipe off the excess, okay? Because if you don't, you're going to end up wasting it or cause irritation. So just wipe it off, and then you want to apply it on your lash line. Now, one of the things that you want to make sure you do and do not do. Okay, so you're going to put it on your eye, but it's going to be along the lash line here. And you want to get it as close to the skin, maybe touching it just a little bit, but you also don't want it strictly on the eyelash, which is kind of a weird, almost like a perfecting, you got to figure it out just right. And you don't want too much. You don't want to get it in the crease here, and you do not want to do it on your lower lash line here. That's just a big no-no. You can get a lot of irritation there. So you've wiped it off, right? And you just want to apply it, and I'm going to try and do this here. Right, oh gosh, it's hard to do with this camera. Right along the lash line there, okay? Now, I just put it on. I feel a little bit of it. It's kind of wet, but not really. Like I can tell it's there. But what you want to do is you want to wait 90 seconds and you want to let it dry. If it's not dry after 90 seconds, you still put too much on, okay? So you want to wipe off any excess. And once it's dry, then you go to sleep. So I like to do this. It's right by my nightstand. I put it on, make sure that it's not too crazy, and then I go to sleep. The nice thing about when you're sleeping is that if you close your eyelid, it will then kind of come in contact with the lower lash lid, so you'll get a little bit of it there, which is okay because it's almost like a byproduct. And then it'll keep these lashes nice and healthy as well. Then once you're happy with your results, it does take about 4 to 6, sometimes 8 weeks, depending on the person, because of your lash growth cycle. So your lashes are constantly growing, constantly falling out, and so you're not going to really start to see the new growth results for a while. So about 3 to 4 weeks in, people are usually like, hey, what's going on? I don't see anything yet. Well, you want to be patient. It's really after 8 weeks that if you don't notice anything, then we want to talk, because it should be starting to make its appearance, so to speak. But once you're happy with where your growth is, then you can do what's called maintenance, and as opposed to doing it every single night, you can do it every other night or every 3 nights, whatever it is that you find works for your eyes, and that also helps it last a lot longer. So it can be really, really cost effective, months. So that's really the simple part of putting it on. The things that are in the Lashboost that make it so fantastic are biotin, keratin, peptides, and something called pathanol. Not sure what that is, but I'm sure somebody out there who is an actual dermatologist or skincare like expert would know. But the main point of the Lashboost is to moisturize, nourish, and protect your lashes, and which makes them appear longer, thicker, and fuller. So if you have any questions that I didn't quite cover, please let me know. Drop a comment below so that I can address those as well. And then if you're not using it and you are curious, I will also put a link in the comments so that you can check it out, purchase it if you'd like, or I'll leave my email so that if you have any questions and you're not quite sure, but you want to do more of a one-on-one, I'm available. All right, y'all. This is my tutorial on Lashboost by Rodanandfields. And this is Mrs. A to Z signing off.